Today, we're gonna build a house based off a floor plan in Paralives. And we're gonna do that with a custom rug. Now, what floor plan are we gonna use? Well, on Instagram, I get a lot of ads for apartment listings and they're usually pretty small. But lately, I've been getting listings for big old mansions that will forever and ever be out of my price range. Don't know why they're recommending that to me, but apparently they are. And 2 days ago, I saw the listing for this house right here. And they got a floor plan. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna use that floor plan and we're gonna make that in Paralives. And I can finally live out my dream in the saddest way possible. So let's start, shall we? We freaking shall. And here I am on my lot. It is in the build testing lot in the void. I can't remember the actual name of it, but we are in the void. But anyways, to lay down our floor plan, we are going to use this custom rug right here. And you get this rug off the Theme Workshop. And with this rug, you can place down whatever image you want. And today we're going to place down our floor plan. And here it is. Boom, shabalam. And that is the first floor. And yes, by the way, all the words on these floor plans are going to be in the region, but you know, it is easy to follow. So okay, we obviously got to make this floor plan a little bit bigger because it's not going to be a teeny tiny square. So I guess we just gotta size it up. Boom, boom. Hold on, I need to place down a wall to see where we're at. And how many meters is that? Oh my gosh, the quality is so bad. What if I tried this one? Wait, hold on, the quality for the second floor is a lot better than the first floor. What happened? Well, okay, I guess we gotta guess. Can I see a number that I can read? That says 4.3. So let's see. If I just do this, that is 3.9. So we gotta make it 4.3. And then we just gotta drag it out. Sort of up there. No, a little bit out. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. There. And then the other side. Can we see another number? Does that say 5 or 3? I can't see for the life of me. Oh, this is a bad start already. Hold on. That says 1.8. I do believe. So 1.8. All right, we gotta stretch it out to about here, I do think. 1.8. Yeah, good. We got our floor plan all suited and booted. Woo! And now we are gonna plan this up. So this little box, that is the garage. And up it goes to about there. And this is a bedroom just by the garage. Oh wait, what is happening over here? Okay, so we got a door here to the outside. And then a door here to the entryway. A door there to the bathroom. But we also got a door here to the entryway. Oh, okay. So this is like a separate bedroom. Maybe like a guest bedroom or something. I see. Well, how lovely. Right, so we have the entryway. And then that is good old chicken. So like the messy kitchen. And this is the actual kitchen. Fancy people. Oh no. We have a spiral staircase. And we do not have spiral staircases in Paralives. Ooh, what are we going to do then? Wait, there is a staircase here and the staircase over there. What? And they're right next to each other. I see. There is a lot of mysteries with this house. And what is that? What does that say? Pies? Oh, it's a fireplace. Well, hooty hoo then. Then we have a stua. And that is the living room. And then by the way, what is going on over here? That is also a living room. And what is that? Is that a staircase? Oh, I gotta make some platform shenanigans. And then we have a terrace with a staircase. Oh no. And then there's another entryway over here. How many? Wait, okay. I'm guessing that this is the real main entryway. Then we got another one over here and over there. Well, all right. That's good for them, I guess. But anyways, I have sort of laid it all up, all ready to go. But I gotta put in my fireplace and my staircase. And this is like an L-shaped staircase, and we don't have that. But I'm guessing if you just do this, everything will be all right. And then the fireplace. And I'm in a little bit of a pickle with this because this is one of these fireplaces, and we do not have that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that shenanigan. But in the meantime, let's have this mouth fireplace. Great, mates. First floor done. Let's begin on the second floor. And for the second floor, I've already mapped it out a little bit because I'm guessing that the second floor is going to follow the shape of the first floor. So those are just my helping lines. We can map this all out. But I'm gonna put this down, put it in my floor plan, stretch it out like that. And now we can build our walls. Ooh, that is correct with the first floor, but not correct with the second floor. Oh no. Okay, we just got to follow this roughly because it is correct 3.4, but it doesn't follow the first floor. Well, okay, we just gotta do a rough match with this. All right. I messed up. Wait, okay, so we got a bathroom here, but the staircase is there. Wait, what? So the staircase goes up like so, and this one goes that. Oh, I see. So the start of the staircase is right there. And then it goes up like so. Oh, what? But it would make no sense to have the staircase like that. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna do this. That can work. That's all right. Happy about that. And then we have a lot of bedrooms, I see. And then we have the primary bedroom, I do believe, with the bathroom. And what is going on in here? SS. All right, so I think the S is for the scarf, which is a closet. And that is a lot of closets right by the door. Well, that's gonna be a messy moment. I see how it is. Ooh, and they got 2 showers. Fancy people. Up in here, up in there. Let's see, we got a bedroom. Then we have another bathroom. And there was another bedroom over here with a little wall. And then in the primary bedroom, we have a wall here. Okay. And they have some doors over here, but no balcony. Right. Oh, maybe it's like a French balcony. Actually, okay, we're gonna make that afterwards. I mean, hopefully it's a French balcony. Otherwise, I have questions. And right. I got the whole layout all planned out. And I also put in some furniture just to remember what room is what. And I also figured out that this staircase actually goes into the basement. But they did not provide me any floor plans of the basement. So that's gotta be a forever secret. And also, I don't want to put down a basement. Because you gotta do a lot of shenanigans to make a basement because basements don't exist yet in Paralives. So let's all forget about the basement. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay, good. But all right, we got our floor plan done. Second floor and the first floor. And by the way, I don't really know what I'm gonna do here because from the kitchen to this veranda, they have a big old door. What we're gonna do about that? Don't know because I'm guessing they don't have a big old door. No. And also gotta put in my staircases. And how I'm gonna do that, we may never know. But I think that is now time to remove the floor plans and start with the furnishing of this great old house. Boom. Bap. Ooh. What a house. That is a big old Lego block, isn't it? They don't got a lot of shapes going on. No, they don't. And why is this not a room? Excuse me. What if I try again? Nope. What if I get in another wall? Okay, that worked. But now we gotta figure out how we're gonna get this lever lower and this one too. So I'm guessing if we just do this and click on the change platform height, we can raise this up. Okay, gotta do that with all the others. Wait, can we raise this one down? No. Okay, so you're gonna be at that level. And then I also gotta change up the wall height a little bit, like so. And I gotta raise up all these rooms. Not enough money. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of money. There we go. Good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's put a staircase in there. Oh, what happened? Hello? You created a hole in the floor. Oh no. Okay, what if I remove this wall? No, we still got that hole. Right. What if I lower you down myself? Then put you there. No, we still got a hole. Interesting. What do I do now? What if I raise this up one more? Is that the problem? Okay, that was the problem. Okay, so we gotta raise everything up one more time. Good. Beautiful. Our beautiful, magnificent Lego block of a house. I love it so much. Oh, wait. Hold on, I had to put the floor plan back because we need to put in the windows and I'm going to use the floor plan for the windows as well. So I'm just going to scooch the floor plan out a little bit so I can see where the windows are. And for right now, I'm just going to put down some test windows so we just know what the placement is. And boom, boom, we got a window over here, a window over there. And oh my gosh, we got so many windows. How many windows we got? Oh my, wait, that's going to be too many windows. Are you kidding me? That's too many windows. But right, I'm just following the floor plan. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. It's gonna be a beautiful house. And boom, 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 it turned out just like so. All the windows are up, all of the beautiful windows. We're probably gonna do some adjustments here and there. And oh, wait, where did my windows go? I knew it. What? Am I all right? That scared the bejesus out of me. It was just like a test thing. Well, that's good. You got the sirens in the background. Is it over now? I think it's over now. Okay, well, back to my windows. But anyways, for some reason, I can't put up windows right here, but I can over here. What if I build the wall again? Like so. And now it works. I don't know what happened. All right, it's gonna be so like so. You good? And the sirens are going off again. Oh my gosh, they really got them horns on. But okay, now that we got the test windows sorted, I do actually have deleted them because I want to put in the real windows. And for the style for our house today, I do want to go a little bit more older. Maybe like a brick house, a stone house, not modern, that style. So in the back here, we're gonna have some big old windows. And what are we gonna use? We have this one. That doesn't really have a frame, does it? What if we got this? Can we stretch that one out? Yes, we can. I'm gonna put up these windows in a creamy color. Ooh, that would be nice. these. Gonna put them all along here. And later on, I am gonna make them symmetrical to each other because right now, I don't know what's the middle. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, let's do the front. And what happened to my windows in the front? We got some holes. Goodness me. Okay, let's ignore that. Hopefully that will go away. And maybe we can try with the LED window in this creamy color. Oh, that is cute. And maybe I can just put them in those holes. That seems to work. This is a mess. You know what? I'm gonna make it work. I promise you. Just sort of like so. Kind of made it work. Never want to do that again. That was hard. And you know what? Before we put up any more windows, I do want to check if this theme of ours actually works. Because maybe it doesn't and I have to change up all the windows again. So let's see. Right here, I have put down some examples for us because I was kind of wondering what I wanted. But maybe, you know what? I do think that I want this stony vibe. Ooh, that might be a bit dark. What if we go with something lighter? I wanted the stone to be very old, like one of those old British builds. It doesn't really seem old, does it? I don't know. Let's see about the roof instead. I really have to think about the wallpaper. Let's do the roof. And for the roof, I want to do the same roof as the actual house has. Because as you can see, the house has this type of roof. And how are we going to make that work? Because usually you would just do this and that and then create some shenanigans. But since the roof is still in early access, you can't take in the eaves. So we're going to get a bit of a tricky moment. Wait, hold on. What if we try this one? Could that be something? Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And then for the garage, we can just do an asymmetrical roof. We could try. It's always good to try. No. Oh, gee, what am I going to do? Oh, shoot me good. What are we going to do over here? I don't know about that either. Oh, no. But you know what? Okay. We can try out with this roof right here. And if you don't like it, we can change it up. And I probably will not like it. Because this right here, that looks weird. And we're not going to talk about the roof in the back. No. I could put up another roof right here to match this one. But it doesn't work. And also, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Because if I push it in, the roof is going to go through the wall. But if I take it out, we have a little gap. But you know what? We can hide that up with some trees and whatnot. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Everything is all right. This house is a mess. But back, this house is going to be the end of it. But we can try with the wallpaper again. It's a bit dark, but I think that's going to work. We paired it up with this one. I mean, that does leave a very obvious stain on our house. But what if we put up a molding to hide that gap up? And I can't put up a molding. Why can't I put up a molding? What have I done now? I can't put up a molding. Right, well, that's great. Love that for me. But many tries later, I got my moldings up. And that will do for now. Again, we can change that up later, but that will do for now. And also, we gotta put up a column right here. And I'm gonna put up a big old, thick old, stone old column. That was a long word. But if I go like so, oh, that could maybe work. Oh yeah. You know what, guys? I finally got the hang of the columns. Look at me go. You know what? I feel like that could be a vibe. We finally got the sort of a rough draft of our house, which I'm gonna change up a lot more later on. I promise you that. That is just the start. The rough start. The very rough start. But you know what? Let's also do a rough layout of the outside. And I'm also gonna base the outside on the pictures, which is gonna be a hoot and a half, isn't it? So first of all, on the pictures, we do have a pathway from the staircase and from this staircase. And then it goes down to the edge of the lot, to their gate, like so. And then over here, they do have a car park over here. Because I'm guessing they're not using that garage. It doesn't seem like it. All right. But it's gonna be sort of like that. Again, just a rough draft. And then they do have a big old fence around their whole lot. And this fence has no real rhyme or reason to it. Because I think they live on a hill. And they've just put up a fence all willy-nilly. It sort of goes like so. And then it goes in a diagonal over here. I mean, sort of kind of like that. It looks deranged. I know. But that's how they have their fence. I mean, we can try to make it pretty afterwards. If we can. Oh, gee, below. This is not a good fence. But that is how their fence is on the picture. I didn't make the fence. I'm just gonna recreate the fence. Right? And then also they had like a car shenanigan lot over here, which I am just gonna map in with some fences for now. I'm gonna change it up later. Don't you worry. But right now, just so I remember. That is horrible. Okay, like so. That is a bit better. And then over here, this nightmare of a situation. I had to take the fence away because it was messing up with the walls. But maybe I can try to place that in again. I am in a conundrum because this is another level than that. So they need a staircase to get down there. But to put up a staircase, I do think I need a bit of a platform. And I have tried, but it just doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't want to make a room. Okay, there we go. Now it is a room. But now we got another problem. This door right here doesn't want to be a real door. It can be a real door over here, but not right there. And I honestly don't know what to do about that. Because if I remove something, that's going to remove the whole wall. What if I remove this? No. What if I... Okay. What if I remove these things, whatever they are? Well, now the whole room is gone. Great. What if I do this? Now it is a room, but now that is not a room. But I need... Oh, by the way, do we have a pergola? Because they had a pergola in their backyard. Oh, we do have a pergola. Okay, I'm going to put that over here and just pretend that everything is all right. Boom, boom. Now maybe we can have a pergola over the car garage. Can make that into a moment. Maybe. Wait, what is glitching over here? Why are you not a wall? Who is glitching? You were glitching. This house is a nightmare. Why are you... Oh, don't know what to do. Okay, you know what? Just give me one moment, please. And maybe I'm gonna figure this out. But maybe not. I don't know. And alright, you then. A lot of noodling later... And I could not make that work at all. And also, I can't put up any windows or doors on this wall. But I can have a window there, but not here. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But on a lighter note, I did make this moment work for the platforming. So now we got the whatever type of shenanigan this was. And I have made an executive decision that the veranda is going to go out here and down here. And do not ask me about the terraining. I did my best. And also, all of my furniture in this room disappeared. But don't you worry, I have it all in my mind. I know sort of how it goes. And also right here, I did this with the doors. That was the best solution that I could come up with right on the spot. And yes, I know the wall is glitching right here, but I don't know what to do about it. I have been here for too long for noodling with all of this. So we are going to ignore that. And we're instead going to begin with the kitchen. No, what we're first going to do is that we're going to put up some flooring and some wallpaper. So right, what am I thinking? I am thinking for our color palette today, you know what? What if we go with some neutrals and a dark blue or a light blue? Some sort of blue. So what if the walls are kind of beige? Maybe not that beige. Maybe sort of like so. I mean, that was barely no difference. That was good enough for me. Or actually, what if the kitchen is a bit darker and then the rest is this nice old beigey tone? We could do that, you know. Or what if it's even lighter? We could also do that. But again, I think that the kitchen is going to be a bit darker. I want a moody kitchen. You know what? Let's do that. And after the flooring, what type of flooring do we have? We have this one and that one. Kind of like this one. That's a bit fancy. Okay, we can have that today. I am sort of kind of feeling that. Okay, you know what? All right, flooring, wallpaper, decided and done with. And now we're gonna begin with the kitchen. And for the kitchen, we are gonna start with the sink area. That's gonna be right over here. And for the counters and the cabinets, I think I'm gonna use this one again. That is my favorite. But we are gonna have that in a dark and moody theme. And I have gone with some choices because last night I was thinking about color palettes as I usually normally do. And I was just like, you know what about this wood? And then I came up with this one, which is the same one apparently. No, it's a little bit of a difference. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what I was on about, but that's almost the same one. You can barely see the difference. What was I on about? But maybe we can use that one. And our sink is going to be right underneath this window. And then I want to try some different cabinets. Ooh, we got these end pieces. We can maybe plop that in. And we can also change the direction. Oh, cute. What else do we want? We have these ones. That could be a good vibe. I go like so. Boom, boom, bam, bam. That was not correct. Hold on. If I go like so. Ooh, I like that. I even changed up the handles. By the way, if you did not know, because I didn't know, but I got help from this comment right here. Thank you. But if you click on this little pencil right here, you will get up different options for the handles. Did not know that, but now life is even sweeter. And that looks beautiful. Oh, and by the way, there's a little trick for you guys, if you did not already know, but I found out a little trick to find the middle of the room, because sometimes you can't, for the life of you, find the middle of the room. Like for example, this one. Where is the middle? I don't know. So what you gotta do is just put down a counter or whatever that you can drag out, and then you just drag the sides up against the wall like so, and also the other one. And then to find the middle, you just hold in shift and drag it in, and there is the middle of the room. And it's better to use something that you can get really small like this one, so you can truly find the little middle part. What has happened to you? Oh my gosh. But you know, that's how you find the middle of the room. Hope that helped somebody. But here's our kitchen sink. It's looking lovely. And ooh, what has happened to the wall? Excuse me. That has a border, but that does not have a border. But that is the same wallpaper. Okay, I can't anymore. We're just gonna ignore that because I am about to have a mental breakdown. Let's put down our lovely counters on this wall. And let's see. Turn around! I think it's gonna be right about here. Ooh, where do we want our fridge? And what fridge do we want? This one. Haven't used that one yet. Don't think. What if we go like so? Or, hold on, wait a minute. What if I use this cabinet? I haven't used that one yet. Let me plonk it down there. And then can we do this? Oh, we can. Now, I don't know if that fridge if she's gonna be functional or not, but I have hopes, because that is cool. Actually, frickety cool. I mean, the only problem is this. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I could drag these ones out, but I feel like that's gonna be a bit much. Could I use a corner cabinet? No, because if I drag that one in, that's gonna be too small over there. Okay. You know what? We can ignore that. We can ignore a lot of things today. But where are we gonna have a stove? Oh, by the way, they had a counter island, so maybe we can get that in. And can we now put in a stove? Just right there. It is peeking through in the back. Right. But we can stretch it out. Don't you worry, my children. Boom, boom. And then put in some bar stools. Now, these bar stools do not work right now, but soon they will. And then my kitchen will be full on banging. You know what else we could do? In here, we can put up our shelves and make our shelf movement. Oh, we can also change up the wall color. Maybe do some stone. That's an extra moody moment. I like that. Oh, and then also, by the way, they did have a table in here. So we can plunk that in for them. And the chairs, I don't know what chairs we could use, to be quite honest with you. What about these ones? They're in plastic, but I do have a wood swatch. Wait, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna drag myself over here so you can see better. We do have some other options. Wood, textiles, weaves, and wicker. What happens if I put on the wicker? The chair disappears. You know what? This would make an interesting challenge build. Like, every room is a different material. Imagine all of your furniture is wicker, even the floor. But anyways, we're gonna have the wood. And right, what more do we need? Oh, we need some cabinets over here. Oh, you know what? Actually, instead of cabinets, we could use some shelves, because they are more on the modern side. And yes, I know that I said at the start of this video that I wanted this house to be more on the older side, like an old English stone house. And now I am making a kind of a modern interior for this home. But maybe, you know what? I'm gonna allow that, because that makes a lot of sense in my head. Because these people, they bought this old house, and you can't really do that much with the exterior, the outside. But what you can do is change up the style on the inside. And that's what these people did. They bought an old stone house, which is ironic because we don't really have stone houses in Norway, but that's besides the point. They bought the stone house, but they wanted the interior to be modern. Boom shamalam. Next question, please. Or maybe you don't want to ask any more questions, but it's the kitchen. Kind of cute. I am going to change up the colors of the small little stuff afterwards, because I am figuring out that I'm using a lot of time on that. And I gotta get this popping off. I gotta get the juices flowing. So I'm going to change up the colors in the end, I promise you. But looking cute. And then we have the teeny tiny kitchen, the messy kitchen. Ooh, okay. Well, they had a sink over here that they did, so we can do like so. And then on the other side, they did also have some shenanigans. I don't know what they had because they never showed this room in the pictures, but they did have something. And you know what would make sense? Is if they had that washing machine in here. That's what I would do if I was rich. I would give my washing machine their own room. Does that fit in? You know what? Yeah, that kind of fits in with the little washing station. And then above the washing station, we're gonna put up a little shelf, because on that shelf, they're of course gonna have their washing stuff. The things that they have cleaned and the things that they are gonna clean. Oh my gosh. You know what? One day I need to do real work on the pictures. I need to make my own pictures. So I have some ideas. Oh my gosh, I even have me in here. Do not ask me why I have myself in this. I just wanted to see if it worked, and it worked. Also got Mark the Shark over here. It's beautiful. But we're not gonna have me. We can just use the calendar for now. Maybe I will find a better picture later. Who knows? But that's it for now. And then over here, what can we do over here? You know what? You know what I've heard in them streets? The rich people who have a second kitchen, they use that for all their different machineries. So they're not on show in their perfect main kitchen. So therefore, we're gonna put a lot of stuff here, like the microwave and a kettle and some pans, you know, just sort of like so. Then above that, we could also have some shelves. Oh, what if we use this one, the cubicle? Can we drag that one out? Oh, of course we can. We can have some cubicles up in here. And in those cubicles, we can have even more stuff. Like an extra coffee machine, another extra coffee machine. They have all the coffee machines. And then what about another coffee machine? Then we can have the rice cooker. I want a rice cooker for myself. I've been wanting it. I've been dreaming about it. But number one, can't really afford it. I mean, I can. But the most important part for the rice cooker is that I don't have anywhere to place it. I don't know where to have it. I don't have space. I gotta move just so I can get a rice cooker. But anyways, that was my kitchen, the messy kitchen. I'm of course going to change up things here and there later on, but this is kind of cute, the messy kitchen. It's a mess over here, mess over there, mess everywhere. On the counters are not the same color. See, Nora, this is why you shouldn't do shenanigans. Boom boom. Messy kitchen. Oh, cute. The real for deal kitchen. Boom boom. And the outside that I haven't done yet, but I'm gonna do that later on, because now we're gonna move on to the living room and the dining room. I have decided that this is gonna be the dining room, the main dining room, and then all of the other rooms I kind of forgot what they were, because I lost some of the furniture. But we will figure that out later on. Maybe I can do a little bit of a layout tour so we're all on the same page here. How about that? Okay, so for real, layout time starts now. In here we have the garage. That is not actually a garage because that other garage is over here. But anyways, then we have a guest bedroom with their own bathroom. And then we have an entryway with a messy kitchen, the real for deal kitchen, a hallway with another entryway for some reason. And then this is a part of the entryway, whatever that is. And then we have a bathroom and a mysterious room that we need to figure out later on what that is. But then on the second floor, we have a hallway with another hallway. And then we have a bedroom, a something room, bathroom, primary bedroom, and an ensuite bathroom. There's a layout for you guys. Boom shabalam. Let's do the living and dining. And for the living and dining, we're first of all going to start with this separator so nobody falls down. And I think I'm going to have some columns right here because they had some columns and I want to honor those columns. So what if you place down a column over here, then one right by the edge, and then one in the middle? Is that the middle? Are you sure about that? You know what? Close enough. But by this half wall over here, we're also going to have some storage of some sort. What do we want? We got some bookshelves. But the bookshelves are a little bit too tall. We can squeeze them down, but then they become so tiny. Can't do that. Do we have some more tables? Ooh. TV stand. Oh, this would be perfect. But you can't do any shenanigans with that. What about advanced tool mode? No, that's gonna look ridiculous. I'm not gonna do that. What about this one? My final offer. That can work for sure. That will do. With some knickety knacks on that. And that was enough table talk for today. Gee, but that was enough. But then for the couches, what are we gonna do for the couches? Maybe we can try with this one today. That is a very fancy couch. And I want that in a blue color. But what blue color do we want? We have this light one. And then we have this dark one. The even darker one. And then that one. Don't know what to call that. And I don't think we can have these two. Maybe that one. I don't know if I like this. But I do want a blue tone today. But I don't know if that's gonna work. I really don't know. You know what? What if we try to put up some pillows? Maybe things will change up then. You never know. And did that change it up? You know what? It is growing on me. I do like that. We're gonna keep that for now. With also a little side table. And then we can also have a plant over there. Ooh, and also with the coffee table. How could I forget my coffee table? Gee, okay, can we? Ooh, we can stretch this one out. Oh, beautiful. Just sort of like that. Kind of cute. Some things are missing though. We need a big old painting over here to hide up the fact that we can't put up any windows. You know. Ah, yeah. Ooh, we got this one. Doesn't really match with the colors, but again, I'm not gonna search the web for days and days on end when I got a whole mansion to furnish. And the outside. I haven't even. Oh, it do not remind me of the outside. But then we have the fireplace situation. And we could just do the easy route, which is putting a fireplace right there and call it a day. But that would be so weird because nobody's sitting over there. So what if we try something? What if I put up this one right here? And can I just scooch it in here? Because now we got it on both sides. I mean, we got a thick border over here. Oh, can I lower that into the ground? Will that help with anything? Kind of did. Looks a little bit weird. Oh, gee. Well, that is yet another thing that I need to think about. I'm gonna put it on my list and come back to it. And what happened to my wall over here? That's not good. Boom. That was better. But now over to this part. This was going to be the fancy dining room. And for the fancy dining room, we need a table. And what tables do we have? We have this one. That is kind of cool. But how will that be if I stretch that out? Kind of weird. So what if we go with this one instead? How about that? With some chairs on there. Do I like these chairs? Sure I do. All right. And then in the middle of the table, we need some decorations. And what if Nora tries to put down one of these right in the middle and size it up a little bit? No, size it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, size you up. Hello? Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Oh gee, okay. I want to size you up just a teeny tiny bit. That was scary. But on that, it has some flowers and a salt and pepper shaker with maybe also some candles for a cozy old time. And that's what I did. Cute old moment with my cute old curtains and my rag. But what are we gonna have over here, by the way? Do we have some activities? We have a piano, a grand piano. Okay, that might be a bit big. What about this one? Good. That'll do. We got the dining and the living. And let's never talk about that fireplace. Oh, and we got a cat poster that I put up. Cute addition to our house, I must say. But now onto our bathroom. And I think for this bathroom, I want to make it modern. Of course, for this modern house. So, the sink situation. I want to use the wall sink. This one. And for the colors, we could maybe use this situation that I have come up with. But let's see how that will be. Oh. Ooh, I sounded like a foghorn. But you know what? That is our theme for our bathrooms today. Gravy. What about the toilet? Should we go with this, or that? I don't know. I have to think about it. Sink first. And for the sink, we need a mirror. That can be that one. And then for the knickety knacks. And actually, I have downloaded some bathroom knickety knacks from the Steam Workshop. And yet again, that will be in my favorites collection if you want it for yourself. But in this knickety knackety pack, we have some soap and some shampoo, I do think. Then we also got a tray. Oh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have no tray for the sink, but we're gonna have a little towel. And then back to the toilet. Maybe we just want this color for now. The other colors were kind of intimidating. But above the toilet, we can have a teeny tiny little shelf. And on that shelf, we're gonna have a picker. That's gonna be peeking through over the toilet. Great. And this bathroom only had a sink and a toilet, and they had it right there, which makes this side of the bathroom kind of empty. But what if we put up a picture of who? Maybe there's a lady. Hey, that's a good lady. And then what is this room going to be? The mystery room. Ooh. You know what rich people have? Rich people, they have wine rooms. So we are gonna make a wine room. And we do have some wine racks, so that's good. And I'm gonna plonk them on here, one by one. That is actually one thing that I am missing from my tool mod, and that is to copy all items in a selection. But you know, we will live for now. And actually, for this room, we're gonna make it even more moody with some great old bricks. Just sort of like so. Our moody wine room. Beautiful. And then over to our entryway, we do of course need a welcoming mat. And then right here, we could also maybe squeeze in the mirror. Sort of like so. And then for this window, we need a curtain. And let's see, I think that curtain is gonna be a bit too much. What if we try with this curtain, where we rotate that around? I don't want it to block off the window too much, and now it's outside of the wall. What if I try with the advanced tool mod and just squeeze that in and it changed sides? Okay. Oh, now it's back again. But if I squeeze it some more, and then I need to pull it out a little bit. Ooh, okay, that seems to work. That seems to work. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna keep that. Good. I am extremely proud of myself today. And we're gonna have a table over here, an entryway table, and I'm gonna have a TV table actually instead. Boom. With of course some knickety knacks on that. And then let's see in this corner, what if we squeeze in a chair? Would that be something? I mean, yeah, sure. And then above the chair, we could have a shelf. And can we, if I try my hardest, can we have a corner shelf? If I go like so, and then put another one right there, will that lag? Yeah, that lags. Okay, but don't you worry. I can do this. See? Like so. I mean, yeah, that's good. That's good for Nora. Approved by me. And then let's see, in this nook, what can we have in there? Maybe that can be the place where they store their clothes. So what if we squeeze in the closet and put some stuff on that? Would that look good? Would that look okay? Is that our closet situation? Maybe it is. I mean, sure, it kind of did. It is blocking out the window, but we will not care about that. Oh, this teeny tiny hallway. Right, what can we do about this teeny tiny hallway? Can we put down a rug? Or is that looking weird? You know what? It might look weird, but we're gonna keep that rug. There's not much else we can do in this hallway. We can put up some pictures though. And for the pictures, what are we gonna have? What are we gonna do? What can I pull up? Ooh, a juice box, some oranges, and I don't know. You know what? We can have this lady. I love them ladies. Beautiful hallway, beautiful entryway. You know what? I wish that I could change up the staircase because the railings are too old for this house. But I am too scared to remove the staircase and put in a new one. I'm too scared, so I'm gonna leave that be. Oh, gee. I'm gonna leave that be, and I'm gonna move on to the other entryway, because we apparently have two. And what are we gonna do for this entryway? Questions. I mean, I did download this mod that is called Cottage Kids, which is again in my favorites collection. And this mod pack comes with this bench that I think would work perfectly in an entryway mudroom situation. So what if we have that, in a dark blue? And then, what are we gonna do then? We're gonna build up a situation around that. Okay, so what if we first of all start with this one, put that over there, and also on the other side. And then we need a place to hang our clothes. So for that, we could use these cubes and then just stretch them out. So like so. And then we need to stretch them out this way too. Okay. You know what? We are getting somewhere. And then on the top, we can put down some cabinets like that on both sides. I just need to stretch them out a little bit this way. Good. And then in the middle, we're gonna have some more cubes. Boom. I need to make this smaller though. Gee. Yeah, but kind of like so. I mean, that is some good old cubining. I like that cubining. I am proud of myself. I think that was great. I love that moment. Good entryway moment. They got a lot of clothes. They are rich people. They need somewhere to put their clothes, and it's gonna be right here. And then for right over here, we can also have another one of these couches, because they kind of look like that on the picture, on the floor plan picture. This is one of the rooms that they do not show. So who really knows what's in this room? But we could have some pictures of some ducks and some cats. Maybe they have that in this room. I don't know. But it looked perfect. I'm gonna keep that. And what a lovely, lovely entryway. This was indeed our second entryway. Again, these people had 2 entryways. This is a different tax bracket than me, that's for sure. But good entryway. And now we're gonna move on to the guest bedroom and their bathroom. Their sweet old bathroom. And for their bathroom, I'm gonna begin with the bathroom, by the way. For their bathroom, we're just gonna do the same as we did in the other bathroom. But this one's gonna be even darker. Darker and moodier. And just like so. And also put a little shower glass in. Thank you for the tip. That's a good old shower glass. Anyways. What are we gonna do for the nickety knacks here? You know what? Here, we are gonna use a tray with some soap and some toothbrushes. And then maybe we got these rolling towels. We don't have any hanging towels yet. Couldn't find that on the workshop. But we have some rolling towels. Maybe we can also have some other towels in a little cubby hole like that. And then for the shower, we need some sort of shelf for the shower so they can have their stuff in there. And maybe we can use this one. Oh, you know what we can do? We have the shelf, right? You see the shelf? Good. If we go into the style creation and then choose rocks and stones and choose the marble and also change up the color, the shelf will match the wall. Oh, that's cute. That's good. That's what we're gonna have. And then let's see. What can we do about them towels? We need even more towels in this room. But I want some hanging towels. So what if we take this blanket, put it on the wall, size it up a little bit, and then I think in here we can change up the pattern. And that looks more like a towel, doesn't it? Yeah, you know what? I think it does. Beautiful moment. I mean, I would have a window in here for the ventilation, but they did not have a window here. So, you know, bathroom done. And then for the guest bedroom, we need a bed. And what about this bed? Can we squeeze in a double bed? Not really. We can have a single bed. That's okay. And then we can have it in this color swatch. Oh, that's a good color swatch. And I think for the guest bedroom, I also want to change up the walls a little bit. We can have an accent wall if I can find a good accent wall. What about this one? If we get it in the same blue color. Okay, that could work. We can have it on this wall. This one too, for some odd reason. And then instead of using nighttime tables, we are gonna have some shelves instead, because that's how fancy they are. Just like so with the rug. And then over here, they are gonna have their dresser for their many, many guests. And we can change up the color a little bit. So maybe like so. Is that good? Is that bad? I think that's good. And then maybe we could squeeze in a picture frame with a picture in it over here. And what would they have? A cat? The dog? Me? What would they have? Okay, they can just have this painting for now. I need to find a better painting. I am running out of paintings to put in. All right, I'm running out. And then what about the garage? That is not actually a garage. What can we do with that? What could we possibly do? Ooh, that could be the home gym. Oh, yes. Oh, that could absolutely be the home gym. And we're gonna make that a garage home gym-esque aesthetic with some linoleum flooring. This one. Oh, in gray. Beautiful. But okay, let's see. For the workout equipment, what do we have? We have some treadmills. That can maybe be over here. Oh, with the poster. The poster. The poster. Stop saying poster, Nora. But this one. The gym poster. The motivation of all motivations. Oh, that's too big. Like so. With the fan. And then what other stuff do they have? They have a weight machine. That's probably not what that's called. So we can have some more weights over there. But also maybe this weight rack and a cooling system. I need that in this room. And what more stuff do we have? We have a kettlebell, big old ball, yoga mat, some other weights, another yoga mat. Yes. Oh, and then they also need some music. That's right. Where is the music? Hello? Where's the music? Where am I? There we go. There's the music. We can have... Oh, I thought that this could be on the wall, but it can't. Okay. We need to find you a table. You can probably be on this table. Ah, sure. I just need to maneuver things around. Hold on. Just kind of like so. There we go. Got the music playing. That is a very realistic garage turned into a gym room. I must say, a work of art that is. Great. And oh, that was all the rooms on the first floor. Oh, okay. Well, let's move up to the second floor then. And for the second floor, we're gonna begin with the hallway. And for the hallway, we need to do something about this hole, because that's not good. So what can we do? Can we put up a banister, a railing, a fence? Oh, we can. Well, that was easy. That was good. Maybe a little bit too easy. But what can we? What else can we do in this hallway? I think maybe in this hallway we can try to squeeze down some bookshelves. This is right over here. I mean, they are kind of blocking the doors, but I think that will be all right somehow for us today. That could be all right. And then above the bookshelves, what if we have some mirrors? There's some good old curved windows all in a row, ready to take on the day. Ooh, with an ottoman. Yes. And that was indeed a hallway for us today, made purely by Nora. As you can see. Alright, what are we going to move on to now? Are we going to move on to the primary bedroom? Is this where the journey is taking us? Am I ready to tackle the primary bedroom? Am I? You know what? Yeah, I am. And for the primary bedroom, we're going to begin with the bed. Smack down in the middle. And let's see about them colors. I have this one, that one, that one. I think I want to go with that. Some matching nighttime tables. Ooh, but then for the rug, what rug would suit this? We got the pentagram. Maybe not today. What can I do? What can I do? What about this one? That's kind of cute. Is that supposed to represent macaroni? Or the rainbow? Or macaroni? I feel like that's macaroni. But maybe I'm also just hungry. It could be that. And then I think to also spice up this room a little bit, we can put in an accent wall. And for the accent wall, what if we go with something blue? Maybe. Yeah. But you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do about this wall. Because the windows, they need to be this short because of the roof. So the curtains have to be like this. I mean, we could make them longer, but that's kind of ridiculous. And we can't really put anything here because of the space. So what can we do? Is there anything that I can use? Anything at all? What about molding? Good old... Oh. What if we have a molding? That seems like something that they would do. That gave it something. You know what? We're gonna have that. That did something for me. I don't know about you, but it did something for me. With also a chair in that corner. I mean, yeah, sure. What are we gonna have over here? I mean, we could have a desk. We could have some dresses. Or we could have both. Hold on. What if we put up some dresses over here and then we put up a desk in the middle? Not that one. What about a dining table? Would that be better if I just squeeze it in on all of the sides? Like so. After a long while. After a really long while. What if we do like that? And this is kind of annoying because I wanted the furniture to have the same wood as the bed. But as you can see with the bed, the wood is going this way horizontally. But with the wood here, it goes this way vertically. And I can't for the life of me find a way to rotate that. But you know, also while I was building this, I had a thought. And the thought was that this is not going to be a desk. It's going to be a vanity. And for the vanity, we need a mirror. Boom. With maybe also some lights and some pictures. If I can find some pictures. Oh, and of course, some vanity knickknacks and some other knickknacks that we can have on our dresser. A beautiful dresser moment. A dresser vanity moment. And that was indeed a dresser vanity moment. The hairbrush. Wow, 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 wow. And yes, I am going to change out these pictures afterwards. They don't match, but I couldn't find anything else. I'm going to search on the web later. But that is the primary bedroom. Ooh, and now for the ensuite. Ooh, and for the ensuite, again, I'm going to make this moody. Moody, like you have never seen. And by the way, this is going to be a closet, as we saw on the floor plan. But I don't really want to put a door there, because the room is too small. And also, it's kind of awkward to have a door there. So what if we instead put in one of these archway holes right in there? And I need to squeeze that a little bit. Just hold on. Like so. And then in there, we're going to put up some shelves. And these shelves, believe it or not, they're going to be marble. And they're going to be the same marble color as the walls. Oh! And now we have some built-in shelves just for us today. And then for the rest of the bathroom, let's begin with the sinks. And for our sinks, we are yet again going to have some matching toiletries with some rolled up towels on a little tray with some even more towels. Because these are towel people apparently. And then for the mirror, what can we have? We have this one, a round one. Oh, what if we try with this one? I haven't used that one yet. That kind of fits this style. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go for that. Seems good enough. And then for the shower, oh, we need to put in that shower window. There she go. No, the whole wall disappeared. Okay, we're gonna take it in a little bit. Just like that. And then in the shower, there, of course, we're gonna have a shelf. And we're gonna do the same shelf shenanigan as we did over here with our marble shelf. With some marble shelf knickknacks. And then for our toilet, we could change it up to this one because I am feeling a little bit brave today. And what can we do over here? It's a little bit empty over there. And what can we have? Maybe, you know what? What if we put down a bench? I feel like they would be bathroom bench people. I mean, come on, they're rich. They would absolutely do that. And what a good old ensuite bathroom that was indeed. With some towels over here, picture over there. I mean, that's probably not the best placement for paintings to be right next to the shower. But again, not my house, not my problem. That is the ensuite bathroom. And now we're gonna move on to something else. Maybe this bathroom. I mean, sure, why not? And for this bathroom, I'm just going to do the exact same as I've done with all the other bathrooms because we are on theme today. Because that's what rich people do. They are on theme. But what mirror would they have? Maybe just this. Yeah, sure. And that is indeed how the bathroom turned out. Got a big plant over there. And I actually wanted to put down a bathroom shelf over here, but I couldn't find one that fits for the bathroom and in the corner. So we just had to do with some plants instead. bed. And then we got the toilet and the shower. And I changed up the color of the toilet because I was not that brave today, gotta say. But then over to this room over here. What can this room be? We've already done a gym and a wine room. Classic things that you have in your house. But what can this room be? Oh, it could be a laundry room. You know what? Yeah, these people would have a laundry room. Can squeeze one in here. If I can do things correctly. So first of all, we need some counters. And then we're gonna have this one in the middle. So we can have a real fancy moment up in here. Oh my gosh, squeeze! But now we can put the washing machine over there and the dryer over there. Boom. Shamalum. Wait. No. With some cabinets on each side. How about that? And then we could have some shelves in the middle. Where are the shelves? I can never ever find the shelves. Shelf. There we go. Put some shelves up there. And now, of course, gotta make this a lot prettier. But on those shelves, we can have some laundry stuff. And you best believe I downloaded a laundry mod. So we can have all that sweet, all good, all laundry things up on these shelves and everywhere I go. Yeah. And then I think right over here, we could squeeze in some laundry baskets. Can we change of the clothes in the hamper? No. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having different sections, but whatever. Because we now do got a laundry room. And by the way, I wanted to change up the flooring in the laundry room to some tiles or something. But this is actually not a room. And I am too scared to change up any of the walls. Because the last time I did that, all the furniture disappeared. So I'm not going to do that. But, you know, it's not a disaster that we have wood flooring in here. But I would prefer some tiles. But, yeah, whatever. We're going to move on to another room. And we are, in fact, going to move on to this room right here. That was going to be one of the bedrooms. But you know what? We have 5 bedrooms in this house. So I think that we can give up one of the bedrooms for an office. How about that? We do not need 5 bedrooms. We just don't. So this is gonna be an office instead. All right, good. Into the office we go. And for the office, we of course need a desk. Maybe we can go with this desk today. Put it right over here. Is that a good place for it? Maybe it is. I don't know why I'm so unsure about this desk, but apparently I am. But what if we put in this color scheme? Looks a little bit better. With a computer. Oh, that is a fancy computer. Whoa. Well, all right. Let's put some desk knickety-knacks on our desk. And let's see if we still like this desk. Was that enough desk talk for you? I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't know. Don't even ask what I'm talking about because I don't know. But I did put up some of the new items from the unpacking collab. So we got this picture book and that little chick. Kind of cute, kind of nice. What more are we going to do for this office? Ooh, we could have a bookshelf over here. And you know what I'm going to do? If I can find the shelves. Where were the shelves again? In here. Yes. With these cubes, I want to make a weird old bookshelf where all of the shelves are different widths and lengths. So if I go something like so, put some more underneath here. Put another one over here. I don't know. Do it like that. Maybe. I don't know what we're going to put in these shelves, but something we are going to do for sure. All right. A little while later, I configured the shelves a lot, but here we are. And now we got to put some stuff on these shelves. And what can we have? I mean, I for sure think on this row, we could have some books and, oh gee, what can I have? I don't know. Maybe some statues, some toys, some boxes, some plants. We can have a whole plant collection in here and some other weird stuff. It seems like a little bit of a weird family. Most rich people are for sure. Not that I know that many rich people, but the ones I've seen on TV, they are. And that's a fact. But ta-ta-ta-ta, it turned out like so. We got some creepy old statues, some altar goddesses that I have from a mod pack, got some books, some vases, more books, a lucky cat, some boxes, and a guitar collection. Whoa, beautiful. But then back over to our desk. What more can we have over here? I think maybe in the back here, we can have a board. Not any board, but a cork board with some random pictures on it. And then right over here, we need something here. What can that be? Maybe we can put in an easel. This seems like an artsy person, this person who has this office, with some big old posters on this wall. Yes. And that is one grand old office. Oh, the curtain changed color. Gee, there you go. That is one grand old office. Oh, I like this office. This is so cute, creative, and fun. Moving on, and we're going to move on to the teen bedroom. That's going to be right here. That's going to be the toddler bedroom, but we're going to do the teen bedroom. And for the teen bedroom, this teen is going to be a moody teen. So therefore, they're going to have some dark old walls, but their parents did not allow this teen to change up the flooring. So therefore, the teen instead got a big old rug to cover up the light wood flooring. And that's the story about this teen. But what bed would this teen have? Maybe this one without the headboard, because he's too cool for a headboard. And not for a nighttime table. Ooh, the dice. Hello, we're gonna have the dice. I feel like that's such a teen thing to do. Oh, and by the way, my lights were turned off. Hold on. Oh, I'm blinded. I'm blinded by the lights. But okay, there we go. And by the way, you know what? You know what this teen would have? They're gonna have a body pillow with an anime character on it. Of course, right on the bed. Beautiful. And then for the dresser, and I think the dress is gonna be somewhere over here, but what dress are we gonna have? What is this one, by the way? Ooh, it's like a locker dresser. Well, you know what? We are gonna have that dresser with some messy, unexplainable stuff on that. And then what more are we gonna have in this bedroom? Maybe we can have a desk. We can have this one. That fits perfectly in here. We can stretch it out a little bit. Get in that black and blue color. And this teen is, of course, gonna be a gamer teen with the usual teen gamer mess on the desk. It's only natural. Just sort of like that. With a cola bowl, of course, and a toothbrush because he brushes his teeth in his bedroom and he spits it out over the balcony. That's just what teens do. And you know what also teens do? They have a lot of posters on their walls. And this teen is gonna have a lot of posters. A lot of angsty posters. Just like that. Just like that. He got some posters over here, posters over there, posters everywhere with a clock and air conditioning and the new unpacking poster. Cute. And also, by the way, his mom got him a corkboard because she thought that would make him more organized, but he has never really used it. He just has one lonely old poster on there and that's it. Because you know. What more does this room need? Oh, it needs a mess. So I can put down some messy old clothes over here. And then what about a guitar over there with a laundry basket right in the middle of the room? And then what about a teeny tiny couch moment squeezed right in there with a dirty old gym bag? You know what? Yeah, that is a teen bedroom if I've ever seen it. And I have seen it. I was a teen once. Could you believe it? Neither can I. But oh, I love this bedroom. So angsty, so teen-like. Great. And they also have a balcony. And you know what? For the balcony, they're just gonna have a table and a big old plant. Boom, boom, balcony. And now over to the toddler bedroom. And actually, for the toddler bedroom, we're gonna have 2 toddlers with some cute old beds. And you know what? These toddlers gonna have their own little cubbies. Own little parts of the rooms that they're gonna sleep in. How about that? If I just build up a wall right here, so they can have some separation from each other because they apparently do not like each other. That is a cute old curtain, by the way. Ooh, and that green color. Hold on. What if this side of the room is this green color and then this side of the room can be this pink color? Cute, and everything can match those colors. Hold on, wait a minute. If I just go sort of like so with the bed and then I go like that with the other bed, we will get some cute old beds. Hey, and then for the walls, what we can do about the wall color? Maybe use some wallpaper in the cubbies. What if we go with some stars? That might be a bit much. And I do not want that wall to go all the way over there. Oh my gosh. That is one thing that I wish I could change. Because now I'm scared if I mess up this stuff that something is gonna happen. That is not a room. Okay, wait a minute. Long while later, made it work. Do I like this wallpaper? A little bit too much. What about a lighter one? Don't like that. What about another wallpaper? Again, too much. What about some of this? If I change up the color? No, I do not like that. What about this one? If I change up the color here? No. What about this one? What if I change up the color? No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But what we can do in the meantime is to put up some curtains by this wall to make this close-in moment. And what is happening with my curtains? Hello? Okay, now the curtain is normal, but now they got holes in them. Right. Well, we are gonna ignore that today. And what if we instead put up some shelves by the bed? And then we can also put down some matching rugs. Just sort of like so. I just need to maneuver them, not like that, but like so, with their own nighttime table. And then I am again gonna try to change up the walls. And what if for these walls, we just go with some plain old walls? How about that? Is what else? I don't know what to do. What if we go with the dark color? No, I don't like anything. I don't like it. I don't know what to do. Everything that I do, I don't like. And it was all this curtain's fault. But okay, what about this side of the room? Oh gosh. The coloring is so weird. You see this green color right here? You see this color? It is so shiny and bright. I don't like that. But that is the exact same color that is on this bedding. But because it is a different material, the color is different. And I just don't want to talk about it. So what if we instead just put down some unpacking stuff? Like this tiger. The tiger is gone. What about this frog? The frog is here. Well, good. And where is my dresser going? Each time that I press Control Z, which is delete, The dresser just skedaddles on. Where are you going? Hello? Where are you going? Don't die on me. It's going off the earth. Well, okay, I'll see you next year. He is gone. He's out of here. Well, you have fun. I'm gonna continue on my room. Gee. But what if you have a little stool over here? Again from a mod pack. And then we can put the tiger on the stool. And he is watching over to the kids. With another bench over there. And on the bench, we can have some cute old pillows. And what about the Among Us guy? He can be on there too. With the party. Does toddlers need parties in this game? And where did I go? I don't know. Why is my roof over there? Questions all around. But this is how the toddler's bedroom turned out. We got some fairy lights. We got some different stuff here and there with the cute old cubbies. I need to stop calling the sleeping pods for cubbies and also sleeping pods. But I don't know what else to call it. But anyways, it is a room and I'm just not really happy with the room. Something is wrong about this room and it's probably the colors. And I also tried to change up the flooring to some carpet. But that didn't work. Nothing works. I'm done with this room. But that means that we're done with the whole inside. The second floor and the first floor. All of the furnishing is done and completed. And you know what that means? Why do I have chimneys? I can't remember putting that up. Oh, okay. That means that we need to work on the outside, both the exterior and the landscaping. So, let's just start with that. And what are we going to start with? I actually think that I'm going to start with some bushening. And this bushening that I'm going to do right now, I am for sure going to regret. Because on the picture of this house, they had some pointy tree bushes all around the whole fence. And why I'm going to regret this is because these bushes right here that are perfect for this, they can only be placed down one by one like so. They're not like the other bushes where they keep on going. You don't have to click them again. But with these ones, you have to press them one by one. And I have tried every single button, every single method for me to not have to press that button over and over again, but I can't find a method. But you know what? I'm probably going to regret this, but I am going to do it. I am going to make my bushening moment one by one all along this whole fence. And I'm going to have some alternating colors, actually. If I go with that and that, make some interest. And I'm also going to rotate them around a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's going to take all day. Okay. And I pressed the wrong button. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put up these bushes all along the fence. And for you, it's probably only going to take like 10 seconds. But for me, it's going to take an hour or two. I don't know. It's going to take a long time. And right now, I do miss my tool mod. Because with tool mod, you can just copy all of these items and put them down. But you know, whatever. I'm just going to put up my bushes. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to put up my bushes all along the gosh darn fence. Yay me. And boom, shabalam. I did it. I put up all of my bushes. And you know what? When you zoom out, you can't even see the bushes. You know, whatever. I also changed up the color of the fence to this darker tone. And yes, I know some of the bushes are sticking through, but I can't deal with that right now. Because I have used so much time on this. Look at my bushes. Look at them. I put them all up for you. Oh, goodness me. All along here, all along there. It was amazing. I had a wonderful time. But, you know, I'm also going to decorate this veranda terrace. Bang. So maybe we can put down a plate. I'm going to size it up a little bit. Not that much, not a little bit, like so maybe. And then I'm gonna place my plant on there with that big old umbrella. And what is this guy? Ooh, a funny old guy. Maybe another day, because today I'm gonna place down a bench over here. This one actually, with some pillows, because that bench is made out of wood. And then I think over here we are gonna have our grill moment. Where is the grill? There it is. Smack down. Turn around. Oh, gee. Well, anyways, here's our veranda. Got a grill moment and our sitting moment with a big old umbrella. And then over here, this mess of a thing. I was gonna have a pergola. I'm gonna place it down right there in a darker color, maybe that one. Size it down a little bit. How about that? That's looking good. Do not look too closely at it, but we're gonna have a grill over here. And right in that pit of a hole, we're gonna have our table. And we're all gonna have an enjoyable time. Good. What more needs changing? Oh, a lot of things, especially this car park. Yeah. But before I do that, I need to continue on these bushes right here. I'm not done with these bushes. I just need a little break. And for these bushes, to hide up the awfulness that is the peeking bushes, what can I do? Do we have anything? We have this rose bush. Oh, can I make that into some sort of moment? What if I turn you around? And then I make you all green? And then elevate you up a little bit, turn you around some more. That could be some sort of moment if I just do that all around the fence. Again, gonna take some time, but I think that's something, and I'm gonna do that. I'm proud of myself. I found that out. I made something, don't know what it is, but I made it and I'm gonna put it up. You watch me go. Because I'm doing it right now. Boom, bam, boom. Like so. I mean, I have some bushes. I also put up some vines and some rocks just to hide up all the awfulness. And I think that turned out okay. All around there. I do so myself. Wow. But you know what we also need to do? That is an eyesore on this lot. That is the car park. How am I gonna fix this up? Maybe, if I change up the pergola color, and then can I change up the color of this fence to matching tone? How will that be? Oh, you know what? That looks built in. That looks ready for the world. That looks good. That looks cool. But what am I gonna put in there? Because we don't have any cars, do we? No. But we do have a bike. I mean, sure. We can put down some bikes. And we can also have some trash bins in here. That is something that you would see when you don't have any cars in the car park. I mean, for goodness sake, we have 1, 2, 3 car spaces with no cars. But you know what? Bikes are good. Bikes are wonderful. And but now we need to work on this pathway of ours. Because right now it's a bit lackluster. So what we can do to make this less lackluster is to frame it in with some rocks. And I'm again going to use so much time on this, but you know what? That's worth it. See if we just frame this in with my rocketing, I think that this pathway will go from a 0 to 100 real quick with these rocks. It's gonna be framed in, it's gonna be good. I have hope. I'm never gonna lose my hope. It's gonna be a good pathway rocketing. And what was those words? I don't know. And there shall go, there shall go. My rocketing is on and popping. All around here, all around there. Wow. It made it a lot better, didn't it? It got that oomph now. It is framed in. I even have some different colors in the rocks. It's good. Oh no! I forgot about this part. Okay, I gotta do that too. That was sneakily in there. I can't even believe it. But alright. Oh, you know what is annoying me? That we have this white stripe over here and I can't do anything about it. But you know what? It's too late in the day for that. I'm not gonna focus on that. But what we are gonna focus on instead is some more bushening. Some more planting. We need some plants in here. That's gonna be filled in with some flowers and some plants. And I'm gonna do my best to make a moment. Because I have figured out that I'm not the best at planting in Paralives. Because I'm not used to it. I don't know what to do with these plants. But I will one day figure them out as I go. And I'm probably also gonna put some plants around this whole lot as well, because they did not have a lot of plants around their lot, because they lived on a hill and it's kind of hard to put plants on a hill. Trust me, I have lived on a hill for many years, my whole life actually, except for now and the times that I was at university, because at university I actually lived in an old chocolate factory. But that's a story for another time. But look at that, I have my plants up. I got a little plant woman in here. Isn't that cute? I tried my best. I truly and really did. Also got me some bones over there. But we got some plants over here, and yes, I tried to use the 3D grass, but I have so many problems with it, because each time that I put down the 3D grass, my computer jumps. It cracks, it jumps, it lags. I'm afraid that my game is gonna crash. But you know, got some plants over here, plants over there, plants everywhere. In the back too, got a big old tree over there. Hey, I also put down a little mailbox. That is from one of my mods. And put up the rocks over here. Boom, boom, bam, shamalam. The chimneys are still there. I haven't taken them down. Oh, by the way, the plants over here, they were so difficult to put down, but I had to put a lot of them down over here to hide the fact that there's a big hole there. Don't tell anybody, but there's a big hole. Oh gee, the staircase. Can I fix that? No, I'm not gonna fix that. That just has to be. Not gonna touch that, not gonna do anything. Put up some rocks over here too. Rocks over there. Oh my goodness me. Right, what else are we gonna do for this house? For this house, we need to make a lot of changes. I mean, first of all, we need to get rid of those chimneys. And second of all, I want to put a lot of vines on this house. Especially on this wall. Because that is not a good moment. There are too many windows and too few windows at the same time. So I'm gonna put up some vines to hide up everything. And I feel like I'm gonna have a very good time with the vines. Because with the vines, we have a lot of options. The big one, the not so big one, horizontal one, and the other horizontal one. And I think with this one, you can also rotate them around. Oh, yes, you can. And you can change the direction. And I'm also going to change up some of the colors. Oh, you know what? I am going to have a good old time with those vines. You best believe. And we got some options in here too. Oh, I'm going to put up so many vines. I'm going to hide up this entire house with vines. You best believe me, the vines are going up in every nook and cranny, because this is a Lego block of a house and it's kind of ugly, not gonna lie, but it is kind of ugly, and the only way we can save this is with the vines. I hope. If it's not gonna be saved by the vines, then I am just gonna quit the video right here and right now. Nobody's gonna see this video because the vines are my last and only hope. Yeah. And boom, bam. I have put up my vines on this house. It looks like a big old tree. I might have put up way too many vines. I went a bit overboard with the vines. I mean, they are everywhere. But I had so much fun with the vines. But we got some vines in the veranda. Got some vines everywhere we go. In the back here too. Ooh la la. I tried to hide up this part, but we're not going to talk about that. Look at the vining on here. Oh, that is beautiful. I had so much fun with putting up the vines. And I also put up a fake window just right in the middle of the vining. Don't know why I did that, but I did. Felt inspired. Got some vines in the garage too. Put in some cracks. I had a lot of fun. I truly did. What are we going to do now? I'm still not done because now I'm going to put up some chimneys. I finally deleted those gosh chimneys. And now I'm going to put up the real ones. So maybe for the garage, you can have a teeny tiny one. Just sort of like so. And then for the big old house, what if we do this chimney shenanigan? Because this place kind of looks like an old school, doesn't it? So it would make sense if they had the chimneys in this sort of order. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? We need something to have on the roof. We got this big old real estate up here and we can't even put up dormers. I could make the dormers myself, but it is so late right now. So late. I've been sitting here for many hours and I am scared to put down some dormers because that means that I have to put down some walls and I'm afraid that stuff is going to disappear. So I'm going to leave that be. Gonna leave it be a mystery. But what we can do is maybe put down some corbels. That could give this house some interest. Just sort of like so. I mean, sure. And then, you know what? I have been procrastinating this, but I think it's time. I am going to put down my columns on the corners of this build. And you know what? I am getting better at putting down my columns. I do have to say. I'm getting better with every build, but it's still... Yeah, that was the only thing I was going to say about my columns. But right, got my columns up. Right here, right there. It is looking good. Looking alright. And we're never talking about that corner. Ever. Oh, and by the way, this column right here kind of hides up the fact that there is a hole in there. So that's good. Good and lovely. My columns. Great. Oh, you know what this build needs? By the way, welcome mats. So we can have the leave welcome mat. That seems fitting for this place. I would like to leave someday. And then we also need one over here. Boom. And I'm going to call this for please leave. And then another one over here. And that's going to be leave now. If you still have not understand it, leave now. Beautiful welcome mats. But also some cracks in the pavement. Why do you have cracks in a gravel pavement? I don't know, but I'm not going to question things. And with that crack, I think that the whole build is done. Yeah, I think that is done. I think that's good. I've done a lot today. And I am starting to lose my sanity. It is so late. I've been building for way too many hours. But you know what? Now I do think that it's time for the house tour. So strap yourself in because the house tour is happening now. And for this lovely house tour of ours, we are of course going to start with the outside as we normally usually do. But here we have... We have the outside with the many vines on the wall and the big old planting moment. We also got a great old driveway with our bi-car garage. And this pergola moment, we're not going to look at that. No. But then we have the back of the house. What can I say? That is the back of the house. Some more vines and an outside moment. And this side too that we shall not speak about. And actually, now that I think about it, I am so glad that I'm not a realtor. Because imagine the things that I would say when I was going to try to sell some houses. Gee, below. But here we have the gym with the guest bedroom, their own bathroom, and their weird entryway situation. And here we have the entryway number 2 because this place has 2 entryways. Actually, they have 3. Oh my goodness me. And first of all, we have the messy kitchen where they do their messy stuff. And I did not change up that painting because I couldn't find a better one. But if we step on into here, we shall see the real kitchen where they do their whining and dining all through the night with their shelves. That's a good old kitchen. And then if we step over here, we have the living room. And do not ask about that fireplace. I can't be bothered to fix that up. Never ever. It is midnight right now. Midnight. I can't be changing up the fireplace now. But maybe later. I mean, my goodness me. I'm never going to be done with this build. We have the dining room too. And then on the second floor, we have another hallway. Looking good. With also the primary bedroom, where we got the vanity situation and the bed situation. And they, as you can see, have a lot of doors. Behind these doors is a bathroom, an ensuite bathroom with a Oh, what happened to my knickety knacks on the shelves? I have never. All right, I gotta fix that up. Gee. But further in here, we have the toddler's bedroom. We apparently do not like each other, but that's a-okay. Because in here, we have the teen bedroom. And he doesn't like anybody. He just likes his mess and his posters. And also his body pillow. And that is the teen bedroom. But alright, stepping on into here, and the color of that curtain changed again. Okay, I guess I gotta fix that too. But here's the office with the big old shelf situation, the desk corner, and whatever that is, the painting corner. And then we also have the laundry room, the bathroom. Oh, that's a good bathroom. Ooh. And oh, that was all the rooms. Well, hooty hooty hoo. What a house, what a lot. And it was all made by this floor plan right here. Goodness me, I should paint the ceiling. Well, alright. That was the house tour, and now it's time for the outro. Ooh. And this is the outro. Welcome. If you want to download this lot, you can. It is up on my Steam gallery, and my ID is JustNoraGaming. Ooh. And if you also want to see more of me, you also can. I have a second channel where I do stuff, and also my Twitch channel where I also do stuff live. And don't forget to like, subscribe as well, because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.